Hey, good morning, guys. It's Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. Hope everybody's doing good. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that happened to me about a week and a half. Basically, I was driving at nighttime through Oklahoma, and I came across an incident where I hit a deer. And basically, I've been pretty good at avoiding animals and stuff, but things happen. This occurred at 1 o'clock in the morning. It was real awkward because it caught me by surprise. I noticed a deer on the right side of the shoulder on the highway I was on. It was, I think, Seminole, Oklahoma. Anyway, I put my high beams on, and I hit the air horn. So he knew. I might have hit the air horn first and then put the high beams on, and he did the right thing. He just got off to the right, went back in the woods and stuff. What I didn't notice and what caught me by surprise, there was 5 other deer on the left side of the highway, and my mistake was when I took the horn, it got their attention, and when I threw the high beams on to give lighting for that deer, and it disappeared, the other deer saw that extra lighting because it was pitch black darkness there, so they saw it as an opportunity to cross the highway because they could see. Bad idea for me. Anyway, the first one got by, the second, the third, and it came out one at a time. So I just thought it was a small group. And as each one came out, it caught me a little bit more by surprise. There was a little bit gap after the second and last one. So I thought I'm good. Still going down, covering the brake, slowing down a little bit. And then the 5th one came out. That one is what got me by surprise. So I tooted the air horn, and he started jumping up and down like doing jumping jacks. So while he was in that holding pattern, undecisive what to do, I said, let me go on, get by him, and we're good. I guess him seeing his friends, his partners was leaving him. It caused a little stress for him, and he just figured he better catch up with them or he's going to get lost. So as he decided to start maneuvering, I believe I was in a 2-lane road, and I started to veer towards the right shoulder, trying to get away from lining up with hitting him. So at one point, it was apparent that I was going to hit him, but I did such a good job of diverting, and a lot of people tell you it's not good to do that because the accident can get worse. Anyway, I veered away from him. I tried not to get asphyxiated to him. That's what allowed me the thought to go to the right. Anyway, when I hit him or her, basically it struck my driver's side headlight area, cracked my headlight. Also, the lower bumper, plastic corner, got pushed back and started rubbing my tire. Man, it was something. It was pitch dark. I couldn't see him. Slow down. See somebody stalking over here. We're in California right now, heading south from Lost Hills. So gotta keep in mind that 55, the double nickel on the speed limit. Anyway, when I came out, it was pitch dark, and I wasn't about to go look for him, and I think he made it because I didn't run over him. I hit it, and it pushed him to the side. Last thing I saw in the mirror, he was flying. So sadly, it is an animal, it's a life. So whether it got hit or hurt or killed, it's sadness for it. But as far as getting back to how it worked out for me is my bumper got pushed in and it was rubbing on the tire. Just at the time of me trying to slow down, coming to stop, I could already smell the burning rubber of it. So those are brand new tires, and my boss was upset about that. Anyway, I had some rubber bungee cords. I pinned it from the middle of the truck around the license plate and wrapped it around and hooked it on the bumper to pull it out, just enough to give a little bit more space to the tire. It was still close and rubbing, but I did what I could at 1 o'clock in the morning because I didn't have any other damage, like coolant, radiator, or bumper falling off completely. So I was able to drive away from the accident scene like that. Anyway, we went ahead in the morning, made our delivery in Fort Worth, and then we had our backup load picking up in Garland, Dallas area. And once I got that done, I was able to go by a nearby truck shop within 2 miles, and they were really, really good. I think I did a review for them, and shockingly, they were able to repair the damage of the lower bumper without replacing any parts. I found out watching the YouTube, so this is what's the great thing about YouTube is that lower bumper comes apart with 1 bolt. So what they did is they took that 1 bolt off, took the bumper and realigned it because it didn't break. What happened is it's separated. They have like grooves and it folds together, locks in. It was out, and while it was out, it was rubbing on the tire. So saved a bunch of money on parts just for that fix. Man, it was unbelievable. If I tell you what they paid, you wouldn't believe me. Whenever people put hands on a truck, you know it's big money. It's $125 an hour. So when I called them, initially told me, to look at it and stuff. It could be up to 1 hour. But I told them I think it's only 1 bolt. They looked at it, they did it, got it done. Did the right thing with the mechanics, and they charged them 1 hour later. Unbelievable. My boss was ecstatic. No parts, too. Now, we're still going to have to change parts, and what I mean by that is the headlight assembly, which is very, very expensive, on a Volvo Vnl760. It is what it is. It's one of those newer headlight systems that it's LED built in, so ain't no way around that, I got it temporarily fixed because the light is actually working. Just the outer lens was broken into pieces, so it's a hole. It looked like somebody threw a baseball bat in there or a football or something. So the exception of that, we kind of walked away with knowledge, because whenever something good happens, you learn from it. And when something bad happens, you also learn from it, okay? So my mistakes from that incident was, number 1, tuning a horn wasn't bad if it's a 1 deer situation, because you could focus on it and see its reaction and judge where it's going. The problem was there was multiple deers and 4 or 5 others that I didn't see. So after I hit that horn and threw the high beams on and looking at the other one get off the road, other deer saw that as an opportunity now that there was light where it was pitch dark. So, I shouldn't have maybe put the high beams on, or maybe limited hitting the horn on there. So guys, just wanted to share that with you. Be very, very careful. It's kind of like I had some near close calls, and if somebody tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. Okay, I've been out here good 10 plus years. I've had my CDL over 20 years, and I probably got about 12 years out here on the road. And these things happen. So you try to do your best. I did a heck of a damn good job avoiding the damage. Okay, it was real stressful, and I had to have that little come to Jesus meeting with my boss and let him know. But when he saw the pictures and and now he's seeing what the actual cost was very minimal, very minimal. It's going to be almost less than an insurance deductible, and and that's with the repair of the bumper, obviously, which was under $100, and the headlight lens, which is probably going to be about a good $400, maybe $500, depending, unless we can pick up a used one, which will work just as fine as long as it's working and have it installed. So I just wanted you guys to learn is be very careful. Don't drive tired. Be alert. You know, sometimes at night, you know, you do need to use the high beams, but be very stingy how you do use it, because keep in mind it does blind the oncoming traffic as well. So there's instances where I'll have it on, and when I see another vehicle is coming, I turn it off, because I like to scan and know what's out there. And funny thing enough is, a half an hour later, there was another deer on my right side coming to come in front of me, and the horn tube stopped it in its tracks, and we avoided danger. So if there was something here to learn, I hope you guys learned it. I learned something myself, and it could have been a whole lot worse. Man, a couple more feet over, and you're hitting the middle grill of the coolant radiator. Truck would have had to been in the shop. You would have had body work done. So trust me when I tell you, I feel so grateful that it could have been so much worse. And for it to be my first incident, and you know, I never hit a deer in a car or nothing. I've seen plenty, and I just been lucky and fortunate. So you never look a gift horse in the mouth, okay? So take whatever you can learn from my experience, and somehow you guys learn and be safe for it, okay? Be careful out there, you know, keep it between the lanes, have a DOT-free day. And for those people that were worried, since there was no other vehicle involved, and I didn't find the deer, very limited, you know, there was no need to call the police and make a report, because then what'll happen is I guess my driving record would have a ding, even though it's classified and considered an unpreventable accident, you know, because it's animal, you know, deer and that kind of stuff. So unpreventable accident. But so we got clear of that, okay? So, but if there was another vehicle involved or property damages of somebody else, just to let you know, the police would have had to been summoned to take a report for that, because this way the insurance would want that to pay. So we're going to take it on the chin and handle that. And that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Guys, have a blessed day, and God bless. Mwah!